floating point value, a single number, but we can access from within our read value dot x. And that will give us the x value within our vector2 and not the y value. And from here, little micro challenge for you, should be straightforward. Go ahead and implement the same thing for our vertical throw. Okay, nice simple one for you. Copy our previous line, paste, and let's see, instead of horizontal throw, I might rename these our read value dot x. And that will give us the x value within our vector2 and not the y value. And from here, little micro challenge for you, should be straightforward. Go ahead and implement the same thing for our vertical throw.
Alright, now I'm good.
Okay. I've been banging on about it being a vector2, and then, because it's a method, we need our parentheses, and we get an error here. This is a good one to pause on just for a moment. If we mouse over it, it's saying representation of 2D vectors and points cannot implicitly convert the vector to the float. And what that means is that this is a vector2. A vector2 has two values, doesn't it? It has the x and has the y, whereas a float is just going to be a floating point value, a single number. But we can access from within our read value dot x. And that will give us the x value within our vector2 and not the y value. And from here, little micro challenge for you, should be straightforward. Go ahead and implement the same thing for our vertical throw.
Why?
Okay, nice simple one for you. Copy our previous line, paste, and let's see, instead of horizontal throw, I might rename these in the next video actually, they're a bit long. Vertical throw, movement, read value, vector2, and it will be y. Excellent. Now, once again, if we want to print out to the screen, we can just grab our debug. So I'm going to uncomment debug.log horizontal throw and debug.log vertical throw. Okay, cool. And save that up. There's one last step we need to do when we're using this new input system, and that is to enable this input system. So we currently have attached to the player this input system that within it has an input action set called movement.
No, if I get that bug again, bro, maybe not. Maybe not.
We can have a bunch of different action sets for different things we want to do, but we need to enable this. And the way that we enable this is pretty straightforward. We just type in on enable, and then we access movement dot, and we enable that. So enable parentheses semicolon. And what is on enable? Well, we've talked about this a little bit. I'll talk about it a little bit more. When we push the play button within Unity, a bunch of things happen, and then a bunch of things happen over and over and over every single frame. And to see what those bunch of things are, we look at the Unity order of execution. And I've given you a link against this to the Unity documentation on order of execution. We scroll down, we see this flow chart where the very first thing that happens upon initialization, so that's when we're pushing the play button, is the callback of awake is cold. So this is the very first thing we can do is awake. Happens before anything else. It makes sense, wake up. And then the very next thing that happens is on enable. So basically what we're doing, or what Unity is doing for each script it finds, is saying, wake up buddy, and then it's saying, I hereby enable you to do stuff. And then from there, there's a option to reset, and then we hit start, which is what we've been using as our, hey, we're ready to do things. And then fixed update, which has a slightly different way of behaving, because it's based on our physics system. And then a bunch more things. We've also been working with update, that's to do with the game logic, and so on. So there's a lot of things that happen here throughout this process of one single frame, from saying let's initialize and get started all the way through to finishing each frame that happens for whatever, each 1/60th or 1/30th of a second. And at the end we have on disable as well, and at the very very end we have on destroy, basically saying get rid of this instance. And so within the new input system it's saying, hey, you actually have to enable the thing. And how do you do that? Well, when on enable is called, then we want movement.enable. And the other thing we do is to clean this up.
Private void on enable. Oh, interesting. I didn't see that. Sorry guys, I'm doing the code. On enable.
When we're done, we disable. So on disable, tab.
Wait, why? Why is mine not movement.enable? Oh, okay, I see why. Sorry. Oh. On disable. Damn.
Just clean up my brackets. I'm going to remove private as I do. It's fine, you can leave it there. I just like to remove it to clean things up a little bit. On disable, what do you think we do? Well, movement dot disable, parentheses, semicolon. So this is the sort of thing that you can pop on there and just sort of forget about it because it's doing its job. It's making sure that our movement system is only working when we need it to work.
Cool.
Let's make sure that this is indeed working. We've got our player ship, our player controls are attached to that. We've set up a keyboard setting, we've set up a gamepad setting. We should still be printing the console. So click on play. When I hit to the right, it's giving me a...
Oh, fire. Fire, oh, okay.
Value of 1, hit to the left, value of -1. Just going to clear that so it's super clear. Up is 1 and down is -1. Cool, so that's working as planned. Let's see if my thumbstick is working. Yep, you can see the thumbstick is giving the analog readout, so to the left, to the right, up and down. Okay, so that's all working as intended. So just a quick recap on what we've done here. Our inspector to set up some key bindings, and then we needed to enable and disable our movement input action so that Unity knows that's the one we want to use. And then before, where we were accessing input.getAccess, we're just using movement.readValue and then vector to either X or
That's
Y.
fine.
So if you're using the new input system, that's really it, where from this point on, we're going to be accessing horizontal throw and doing something with it, and vertical throw and doing something with it. As you watch me going through this section using the old system, either of those ways will work, so long as you're getting a value for this horizontal and vertical throw. Okay, so there you go. Hopefully I've protected myself against Unity doing something crazy in the future, but also given you the ability to play around with the new input system if you're excited about it at the moment. Good stuff. I'll see you in the next lecture.
I might go with the first one still. That one was a lot.
In this lecture, we're starting the process of having our...
I didn't do... Okay, wait. I'm looking at the code. Sorry, guys. I don't remember if we were... Nah, we still have to
ship
do
move across the screen, just programmatically saying slowly move to the right each frame as we're going, so we get the foundations for how we move our player ship. Let's start with a quick cleanup. Now, I've mentioned a couple of times that I'm going to be using the old control system, the input system, sorry, and therefore I'm going to jump into my package manager and just uninstall the new input system, just so there's absolutely zero chance of having conflict. You should, if you click in project settings, you should be able to find player and then scroll down until you get to input system. You should just be able to switch that to both and they'll both work, but just purely because I found some bugs with mine at the moment, I'm going to switch it to old and I'm going to just uninstall the new system, input system, but you can absolutely leave the new input system in there if it's working for you and you're not getting any issues. You don't need to uninstall it as I'm about to do. So in project, input system, I'm just going to quickly click on remove that, and then
Yeah, I might do the same. I'm not... Yeah, I might do the same, y'all. I might have to do the same. Wait, hold up. What do you... Input system.
Project, input system, just going to quickly click on remove that, and then should all be good. Giving me some errors, no worries. I'm going to find player and switch to the... It's going to ask me to restart, which is cool. I'll do a restart. I'm back and I am using the old system. You can use both if you want. It's giving me a little bit of an issue because we now have this reference to the namespace that doesn't exist. So remove that, and I'm just going to tidy all this up. As I've said, you can leave all this in here if you are using the new input system. That's cool, particularly if it's more stable in the future than it is now. Just removing all these lines that I don't need. All these lines so that I can just be nice and clean with the old system. And for you, all you need to know is that if you're getting a horizontal throw and a vertical throw, no matter how you're getting it,
Bro, why would I want to do all that others? Why would I want to do all that other stuff? Yeah, I'm sticking to the old system. What?
Everything else will work. You'll get
Let me go back.
nice and clean with removing all these lines. We now have this reference to the old. It's going to ask me to replayer and switch to the old system. It's going to ask me to restart, which is cool. I'll do a restart. I'm back and I am using the old system. You can use both if you want. It's giving me a little bit of an issue because we now have this reference to the namespace that doesn't exist. So remove that, and I'm just going to tidy all this up. As I've said, you can leave all this in here if you are using the new input system. That's cool, particularly if it's more stable in the future than it is now. Just removing all these lines that I don't need. All these lines so that I can just be nice and clean with the old system. And for you, all you need to know is that if you're getting a horizontal throw, to add a little bit of extra complexity, I'm going to click on horizontal throw, F2 to rename, and I'm going to change this to be X throw, which I think is a cleaner, shorter, easier way to look at it. We don't need the whole horizontal and vertical, because essentially horizontal is X and vertical, double click, F2, is Y. Save that, back over into Unity, and tidy up the folder structure here. Right click, create a folder. We need a folder for scripts, very important. I'm going to grab.
Hold on. F2 X throw. F2 Y throw.
Grab my player controls, drop it into scripts. Also, I'm going to right click, create a folder, right click, create a folder, and call this asset packs, just to show that it's assets that have come from the outside world. Samples, I think, was our terrain tools, drop that in there. Standard assets, drop that in there. Star Sparrow, drop you in there as well. And then grass and rock, they can go in the asset packs, not a problem. And then new terrain, I think.
Wise.
Back over into Unity and tidy up the folder structure here. Right click, create a folder. We need a folder for scripts, very important. I'm gonna
give it a second, guys. My bad. Oh. Yeah, after this, I'm probably gonna go get a bite. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really annoyed by this whole thing. I don't know. No, I don't care about this HDRP stuff, man. It messed me up last time. Get out of here.
Grab my player controls, drop it into scripts. Also, I'm going to right click, create a folder, right click, create a folder, and call this asset packs, just to show that it's assets that have come from the outside world. Samples, I think, was our terrain tools, drop that in there. Standard assets, drop that in there. Star Sparrow, drop you in there as well. And then grass
where the hell?
And rock.
Hold on. Scripts. Asset packs. Asset packs. Terrain is an asset pack. Darth, whatever was asset packs. Tree 9 was asset packs. That one put asset packs. But I don't need it. And then we put player control in scripts. Timeline. Could go in timeline, I guess.
They can go in the asset packs, not a problem. And then new terrain, I think this belongs with our scenes, because that is the most relevant spot for it, I believe. And for the next handful of videos, things are going to get a little bit complex with our movement, because if we just simply say we want to move the plane left and right, or the ship I should say, up and down, if you look over in my game window, we have some issues where it looks very stale. It's just literally moving left, right, up, down. So we want to be adding some elements of, say, pitching the ship down when you fly down or up when you fly up. We want to be adding a little bit of yaw to the left or to the right, as ships do, and also be adding a little bit of nice roll one way and the other. So let me just undo all these to get back to where I was. So because we've got a fair amount of complexity in there, I'm going to go through it quite slowly, make sure we're not losing anyone along the way. The first step in this process is to move the player just a little bit per frame to the right. So I'm going to focus just on the x-axis for this lecture, just the left and right, specifically moving to the right. We'll be using local position when moving the player. Let me explain what I'm talking about there. So if you look at the current position of the player rig, that is the position of the rig within the world. And you can see the world coordinate is 215 at the moment.
Oh, I was muted, bro. Wow. Okay. His is in the middle. I need to do that. What is up with my Wi-Fi, man? Hold on, let me call my brother. Alright, there we go. Wait, I didn't fully update my script to be on Canvas 315.
You don't need the whole horizontal and vertical, because essentially horizontal is X and vertical, double click F2, is Y. Save that, back over into Unity, and tidy up the folder structure here. Right click, create a folder. We need a folder for scripts, very important. I'm going to grab my player controls, drop it into scripts, which I think is a cleaner, shorter, easier. And while I'm here, to add all these lines, have this reference to the namespace that doesn't exist, so remove that, and I'm just going to tidy all this up. As I've said, you can leave all this in here if you are using the new input system. That's cool, particularly if it's more stable in the future than it is now. Just removing all these lines that I don't need, all these lines, so that I can just be nice and clean with the old system. And
Toggle tool handle position. the parent object, or whatever it would be called is player rig. Then I created my ship and dragged it onto player rig. I did the same with my main camera. So they are in the same folder. When I select the player ship, the move tool is centered in the middle correctly. The problem is when I select the player rig part. That's when the move tool is at the tail of the ship. Instead, I want it to be centered in the ship the same way it is when I simply select the ship directly. How can I do this? Yeah. What the hell? Can't sleep on my desk. An empty game object. You position the game object of your player rig to be. This will be the new player. Extract your player. Alright there. Should appear at the new pivot. I already created the ship and all though, so please just tell me how to update it. The way you describe this new empty object is how I made player rig. The pivot point is just at the wrong place. I want to change the location of the pivot point when I select player rig. It's really annoying. There's no way it doesn't have an easy way. What the hell? This is really annoying, y'all. It's such a simple issue, such a seemingly simple issue. Alright, let's try it. 3, create cube, why not? Somewhere in the center. That didn't fucking work. Bro, why? 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 Oh my gosh. What? What's going on, bro? Yo, this is blowing me. This is that Unity stuff. This is the program. See, this is why it takes so long to do this stuff.
And for you, all you need to know is that if you're getting a horizontal throw and a vertical throw, no matter how you're getting it, everything else will work just fine. And while I'm here, to add a little bit of extra complexity, I'm going to click on horizontal throw, F2 to rename, and I'm going to change this to be X throw, which I think is a cleaner, shorter, easier way to look at it. We don't need the whole horizontal and vertical, because essentially horizontal is X and vertical, double click, F2, is Y. Save that, back over into Unity, and tidy up the folder structure here. Right click, create a folder. We need a folder for scripts. Very important. I'm going to grab my player controls, drop it into scripts. Also, I'm going to right-click, create a folder. Right-click, create a folder, and call this asset packs, just to show that it's assets that have come from the outside world. Samples, I think, was our terrain tools. Drop that in there. Standard assets, drop that in there. Star Sparrow, drop you in there as well. And then grass and rock, they can go in the asset packs, not a problem. And then new terrain, I think this belongs with our scenes, because that is the most relevant spot for it, I believe. And for the next handful of videos, things are going to get a little bit complex with our movement, because if we just simply say we want to move the plane left and right, or the ship I should say, up and down. If you look over in my game window, we have some issues where it looks very stale. It's just...
Bro, what's wrong with my... There you go, I just had a duplicate.
literally moving left, right, up, down.
Oh wait, no, let me see what ChatGPT suggested. That's not... Crossing my fingers this works. I might just have to ignore this for real chat. Yeah, I might give up on this part for now, bro. I got work tomorrow. It's being stupid. This doesn't work. I'm like, don't you get it? Oh shit, okay, this is actually valid. Okay, I might actually try that. It's 11 guys, I'm gonna call it. I wasted a lot of time just on the connection, but yeah, I'm gonna go grab something to eat, and I'll probably hop on with some friends for like an hour and a half-ish. Yeah, but we'll do this, we'll get this. It's getting a little, like, easier. Move player up using input. Well, that's only 4 minutes. Yeah, I could do a lot of this tomorrow. See where I'd be after an hour tomorrow. 7, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'd be at 81. And 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 86 by Tuesday. By Tuesday. 106. Holy shit, 106. 75. What's the time? Just finish
Down.
it.
So we want to
Oh
be
wait,
adding
no,
some
because I was about to do all this. Alright, let me just do it. C# script. Sensor pivot. Center pivot. Delete. Delete. Come on, bro. Create C# script. Center pivot. I don't know why my cat chooses to sleep on my center pivot. You need to sleep here, bro. Right here. Right over here. It's your little bed just so you can sleep up here. Center pivot. Here, let me just show you guys the code in case anyone wants to see the code I used. Yeah. So this is the code, guys. If you wanna pause the video in case you guys are looking at it, here it is, bigger. Right there. Pause it, copy, and yeah. Okay, so did that. Here's the scripts. And ChatGPT is saying Okay, now we're gonna put this on player rig. Center pivot. Wait, what? Okay, hold up. What the hell just happened? Hold up. What the hell just happened? Yeah, what the hell? Center pivot. Hmm. Star Sparrow 16. That's why. Okay, in the script, we have to change it to Star Sparrow 16, or whatever your ship is named. I probably should have updated that. Now let's try it. It's the error. Why is it angry? Do I have 2 center pivots now? I do. No. Delete. Delete. Make sure it did tell me yeah. Okay, there we go. Now, let's try it. What? Star Sparrow 16, bro. Player rig. Nah, bro. Nah, this is some bullshit right here. Off the map, far away. You do. I literally just want the move tool to be in where the ship. I want the move tool to be where the ship's move tool is when I select player rig instead of the ship. That's it. I don't need the whole thing moving anywhere. I just want to position the anchor to the center of the ship when I select player rig. That's it. Yeah, like, bro. See, what the hell? Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, that's a new code, guys. Pause it. Pause it. Well, first, let's see if it works. How about that? Player rig. I don't know why it always does this, man. I don't need to. Delete. It's annoying I even got to do all this, to be honest, but hey, man. Might be other people that run into this problem that this could help, right? Oh no, I forgot. Gotta change it. Star Sparrow 16. That's what it's called. Nah, but I gotta delete it again. Delete. Delete. Scripts. Player rig. It still moved it. Why is it moving it? I don't need it to be moved. Bro, I swear, sometimes, like, still moving the whole thing elsewhere. I told you I don't need it moving. Why is that hard to understand? I just need the pivot point adjusted. That's it. Nothing else. I might be wasting hella time, dude. I might be. I know it doesn't provide a built-in way. Okay, let me actually see. Maybe I'll just change the values. Maybe I'll do that. No, it didn't even fix it, bro. What is it? The thing is, if it at least fixed the location of the tool, I would at least be able to work with that. But not only did your solution take my ship way off the map, but it also took the move tool even more off of where it originally was. Look over your script. Yeah, look over your script. Look at where you made your errors. Fix it. Fix it. Have it do what I am asking. Please, please, please. I don't need the shit moving. Stop telling me there's no direct way to do it. Just give me a solution. Stop extra talking. Get right to it. That's it. I'm raging at AI. That's what life's gotten. What? This is wrong too. I can tell just by looking at it. Why is there even a local position variable in place? I already said I don't want it moved. I want the pivot point moved. That's it. It shouldn't change the location of my ship. This fucking retarded, stupid ass AI, bro. Holy fucking shit. This, like, so smart, but so, don't fucking understand what the fuck I'm asking for. Shit. Why is it even an update? This shouldn't be part of update. If anything, it should be in start, since that's where it would be despite the game progressing. The way you would move anchor point in Adobe, that's what the script should be doing. I want to move the anchor point of my player rig to be where its child objects is. Like, holy shit, man. Okay, you're in the way, kitty. I'm sorry. Sleep right here, okay? Right here. You're good here. Yeah, like, bro. Local position of all child requirement. Like, shit, man. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna just go back to what we were doing, chat. I don't care after this, to be honest. Cause this is ridiculous. Star Sparrow 16. The cons of not knowing game code and shit sucks. Assets, delete. Jeez. Yeah, fuck this. I'm not doing it. Yeah, I'm ignoring it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done today, guys. That shit was enough of a headache. I'm good.